Hi everyone, my name is Malaya, and today I'm going to explain why I believe American involvement in supporting Ukraine is justified from a democratic point of view. When I first started looking into this topic, I realized it isn't as simple as saying yes or no. There are real concerns on both sides, but after learning more about the conflict and reading about just war theory, I believe the United States is right to continue supporting Ukraine. The biggest reason is that Ukraine didn't start this war. Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, and since the Ukraine has been trying to defend its own country, its people, and its independence. I think when a country is attacked without being the aggressor, other democratic countries have a responsibility to help if they're able to help. Now, when I say the United States should help, I don't mean that we should send American troops into the combat. I mean continuing to provide military equipment, humanitarian aid and financial assistance, and intelligence, while working closely with our allies. To me, there is a big difference between directly fighting in a war and helping another country defend itself, like sending things over to help them, rather than sending our men over there to help them. One thing that really stood out to me from the article on just war theory is that the theory actually starts with the idea that war should be avoided whenever possible. War is never the first choice, at least in our opinion. It should only happen when there is a just cause, when the intentions are focused on restoring peace instead of seeking revenge, and when there's reasonable effort, and when every reasonable effort has been made to avoid violence. I know there are people who disagree with this, and I understand why. Some people think we've already spent too much money helping Ukraine, and that those resources should stay here in the United States to help us instead. Others worry that continuing to send aid could make tensions with Russia even worse. Those are fair concerns, and I don't think they should be ignored. At the same time, I think doing nothing could create even bigger problems. Because if we needed help later on, but we never helped them, that could create some issues. If countries can invade their neighbors without serious consequences, it can encourage more aggression in the future. Supporting Ukraine also shows that the United States stands by its allies and supports countries that are trying to protect democracy and their independence. Overall, I believe American involvement is justified because we're helping a country that was attacked defend itself, not encouraging it to start a war. Based on what I learned from just war theory, I think the situation meets many of the important principles, especially having a just cause, protecting innocent people, and working towards peaceful outcome instead of revenge. I believe continuing to support Ukraine is the right decision.